Previously on A Star to Steer Her By, a Star Trek podcast. We're in the future now! Oh, God! Oh, hey, Buck, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Okay. Oh, hey, I want you to meet my brother and his kid. They're my friends.
What does it sound like? Barney
Yogi
Rubble?
Bear.
I don't know.
Oh, or you're right, more Barney than Yogi.
No, it might have been more Yogi. I don't know.
Hey, boo-boo, let's go steal some picnic basket.
Was last season on Discovery. Fair, okay.
Yeah, that was pretty much it, actually. Killed Chris. It's a little early to kill Chris.
Let's see, what else?
We introduced ourselves. That's what we did
I'm doing
last
the
season.
previously on.
Oh, Jesus God.
Well, fuck it. If you want to know the previously on, just go listen to our last 13 or so episodes, and then you can catch up with where we were from the beginning.
Now come back in 20 hours.
Because we are now studying in great detail Star Trek Discovery Season motherfucking 4! Woo! Oh, I'm so excited. But to do that, my name is Jake, and I'm joined by
Chris.
Ames.
And Caitlin.
So, what happens in Season 4? So, as you'll recall, I didn't get to it in my previously on, but as you'll recall, we've discovered the source of the burn. Saru has gone back to Kaminar to hang with his boy, Su'Kal. Book has, kind of joined the Discovery, but he's not in Starfleet. He's just kind of like a friend of Discovery.
Captain's man.
Yeah, really. He's having his cake and eating it,
he's
too.
He's like an independent contractor. You know, he just kind of hangs around and helps out.
Dad ass.
What else? The rest of the crew is just doing their thing. Oh, and Burnham's the captain now because Saru fucked off.
We have much better uniforms.
And we
they're
totally
good.
ignored those gray-ass uniforms from last season, and now we all have our classic red, blue, and gold uniforms.
And medical white, which, damn, Colbert looks smart in.
Yeah, and I think especially, the contrast of the black stripe against the white is really strong, just really helps.
I noticed they went with the TNG theme of Command being red.
Yep.
But in TNG, medical were blue, so
We're
we're
in
kind
the
of
future,
we're mixing
yeah.
and matching. We're going crazy here, people. We're doing a whole new thing.
Hey, there's no precedent to fuck up, no canon. We've gone where no Star Trek has gone before.
So anyway, part of this episode is kind of catching up with our old friends, and we'll get to that. But we open with a wild teaser where Book and Burnham are on some planet trying to negotiate with these. They're on
The first noun.
Alshane 4. They're I guess a former Federation planet, but they're trying to get them back in the fold. This seems to be what they've been doing the last 5 months since we left them. But these guys seem like kind of dicks, because when Burnham's like, we're going to give you some free dilithium, we want to help you out with some other stuff, and we're just going to be totally cool. And they're like, Federation, my ass, eat butterfly, bitch. And and then they kind of turn into butterflies, but the way they turn into butterflies is by having a bunch of butterflies fly up to them and form wings.
They kind of Voltron it.
It's really strange, but they chase Burnham and Book off their planet, shooting at them, and then they leave. Book and Burnham, they escape naturally.
No, they fix their navigation satellites.
That's right. They couldn't fly around. And I just said, hey, just turn a big flame on and they'll all
That's
just
what
fly at that.
I literally was just thinking that. They could have just, thrown a lantern behind them and, escaped.
But anyway, so they end up helping them even though they're not very appreciative of it, and then they leave.
Typical.
Yeah, we also find out that we're starting up Starfleet Academy again for the first time in 100 and something years.
And it'll debut next year, I think.
So
I think so, yeah.
So Burnham is doing the induction speech, and then they're joined by special guest. You guessed it, President of the Federation
from Canada,
some lady, Lyra Relac, who is apparently, looks to me to be a Bajoran Cardassian hybrid, so probably a descendant.
Bajoran Cardassian human.
Oh, I was going to say, maybe a Dukat descendant here, but...
Could still be.
But yeah, so she's a child of many worlds. She's tough as nails, as we'll find out in the episode. But Book isn't there because he had to go back to No-Kwejian for the coming of age bar
ceremony.
Mitzvah of his nephew.
I think it's in the terms. words.
It's somewhere in here. I can't read words.
Leto.
Emperor Leo. So they go back to.
Jake read a word. Congratulations.
So they go. So he's there,
Proud of you, buddy.
and that's mostly just to reintroduce us to the idea that he has a brother and he has a nephew and he loves them very much, and that his planet is this sanctuary world. But back at Starfleet, we get a distress call from Emperor Liu.
Nope.
And he's like, "Hey."
It's Lee Nallis.
There you go. He's like, "Hey, we're on our base is being attacked by something. We can't see it or whatever." And then so Discovery zooms over there, and for some reason they take the president with them.
Because she fucking insists. She's
Yeah.
like a total douchebag about it.
Yeah,
Actually.
the president seems to want to be really micromanagey.
Which is great
of the
for someone who's
military.
in charge of everything. Like, very good plan.
So she basically micromanages this whole mission, insists on being there, second guesses Michael every decision she makes.
Which, you know, honestly, Michael could use some humbling.
And generally just, like, takes up space on the bridge and causes the rescue to go slower than it otherwise would have. But that's a discussion for later. But basically they have to rescue these people because their station is, like, it's basically a top. And it's spinning through space.
It's Cirque du Soleil through the cosmos.
Cirque du
So
Soleil.
Tilly and Adira head over there. They rescue all these people. There's a bunch of bullshit technobabble stuff. And then they're like, I wonder what attacked that station. Oh, we think it was this spatial anomaly thing that's passing through space. That's fucking weird. And then meanwhile, Book's back on Kwejian, and he's just tooling around in his ship. And he's like, why are all these birds dying? And
Were they dying or flying?
I don't know.
They were
dying.
just fleeing.
I thought they looked like they were falling out of the sky, out of control. But I
okay,
don't know.
might
Maybe
be.
they were. I don't know. But then, like, he's like, oh my god, holy shit, the moon! And the moon exploded. And then he gets blasted and knocked unconscious. Then apparently Grudge flies the ship back to Starfleet.
Good kitty.
Or back to the Discovery. And they're like, hey, Book's ship just showed up. And Book's like, we gotta go back. We gotta go to Kwejian. Something's fucked up over there. And Obo's like, okay, piloting. Wait a minute. The Kwejian? Where's Kwejian? And Book's like, what? No, it's right where I left it. And she's like, nope. And they're like on screen. And then we see it's been Alderaan. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And of course it's very tragic. Everyone is very upset by this. And the president's like, Burnham, is that really what you want to do right now? And yeah.
That was a startlingly good impression of the president.
I was going to give you an experimental spore ship, but not anymore.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, even if you did, I wouldn't want it.
Was that in this episode?
Yes, that was
fucking
it.
All right, well,
fucking
then I'll include it
impertinent
because that
brat.
pissed me off too. So yeah, so the president
It
like
was her own Kobayashi Maru.
she takes Burnham aside and is like, well, really, I was on this mission to test you to see if I could give you command of a new experimental spore drive ship.
And then she pulls a Spock and reads her entire psych eval at
Actually,
her.
it wasn't a spore ship. It was some other thing.
Pathfinder.
Pathfinder, yeah.
I wrote it down
Sure.
somewhere.
But anyway, I was gonna give you command of the ship, but you proved on this mission that you're too impulsive or whatever.
So what? So you're gonna leave her on board this ship as captain? Doesn't
Yeah.
that seem like still not
So
good?
I think you need to learn more. And I don't know why I, as the president, am making decisions about who is the captains of ships, but
Yeah, there is supposedly a
There's-
separation between Federation and Starfleet, but
This
fuck
feels
it.
weirdly
I mean,
familiar.
apparently not anymore.
Yeah, and I did have a note on that. 'Cause, I mean, there is that ages-old tension between the actual Federation government and Starfleet. Because as I've mentioned before, and we've talked about before, because we so frequently see things from the Starfleet point of view, and because the way things happen, it sometimes feels like the Federation government is in scare quotes and is just kind of a figurehead and Starfleet really runs everything.
I don't understand what you mean by we never see anything from the Starfleet point of view.
No, because we only see
Oh,
things. Sorry.
only see things.
Sorry, did I? Yeah, I meant to say, since
Either it came out weird or I heard it weird.
Yeah, so because we pretty much just always see the Starfleet point of view, the few times we see government officials, say in TOS, they're usually just annoying bureaucrats there to get in Kirk's way, or they are
What was his name? Fox?
there were 2 or 3 of them, but Fox was the big one.
The Taste was it Taste of Armageddon?
I think that's right.
Is that the one?
And then we see, even when they show up in TNG, they're usually kind of a pain in the ass. The Federation president in 6 seemed fine. But in a way, it's oh yeah, no, the Federation president actually does have authority and, probably should.
Yeah, but having authority authority and,
versus deciding who should
Yeah,
run a
the day-to-day. Yeah.
That's the weird
like,
thing. It's
who,
now
who captains the ships. Like, that's a military command decision.
Yeah, that seems to have, like, now we've swung too far in the other direction. Like, there's never a balance.
But yeah, because I did find, like, I like the president. I don't mind her as a character, but yeah, I did find her to be, and like, I don't know, there were just multiple points in this episode, and I think in the next episode too. We watched them at the same time, so I can't really separate them
Good
so
luck.
much. But yeah, I feel like between these first two episodes, I just found that there were so many times when it was like, stakes are very high, and we need to get something done fucking now, but we're gonna stop in the middle.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a little debate, a little discussion with the president about it or with somebody else about it. And, like, people's lives are at stake. There's shit happening. We need to act immediately. But, well, should you really be going on this away mission, Burnham?
Which, admittedly, is a fair question.
That's a really good impression.
It's a fair
But
question, but
it
it's something
should-
that you ask after the crisis is over. It's like, hey,
Right.
I don't think it was appropriate, Michael, that you went on that away mission.
But if you ask after the crisis is over, the crisis might be over because the person who shouldn't have been handling the crisis got themselves and their crew killed.
Yeah, well, that's the captain's responsibility.
It feels
my point simply being that waiting until afterwards might have been a terrible plan because it may have ended up in going really poorly.
Well, it's something that, like, say she was an admiral and not the president, it would have felt less weird. But the fact that she's like a civilian onlooker is what makes it strange.
Well, I'd also be like, if I were Burnham in that position and the president was like second guessing me on the bridge in front of the crew.
Oh yeah,
in that
that's
way,
fucked up.
that's super inappropriate.
Yeah,
and
that's
B,
a get the fuck
in
off
the,
my bridge.
and B, I'd be like, if it weren't a crisis, you would expect Burnham to be like, let's go to my ready room.
Yeah.
And go in the ready room and say, listen, if you have a problem with the way that I'm running this
Yeah.
ship, you are more than welcome to relieve me of command is your authority. But as long as I am in command of the ship, you are a guest on my bridge, and if you have anything to say, you can say it in this room,
Yeah.
not out there in front of the crew.
Yeah, it's again, like, it's stuff that if she was a member of Starfleet, it would have felt less strange. Like, I get that you want to see her in action and test her, but this was not the time for it.
Yeah, I just, it really rubbed me the wrong way. I feel like, good on
Typical.
Burnham for, like, not making a scene, because I feel like there's other captains that we've seen that would have made that a bigger deal.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, God, I mean, you think about, like, even fucking Riker dealing with Jellicoe. He was such a little bitch the whole time.
Yeah.
And that guy did have the authority.
Yeah. But yeah, I just...
It even
I
feels
found
like
very
maybe
inappropriate.
an earlier season Michael even might have been a bit
Oh yeah.
puffier. So it does serve to show how she is adapting.
But but I mean, it also just... It's bad for crew morale. It
Oh, yeah.
undermines the authority of the captain.
Yeah. Well, and also, like, of all ships to pull this shit on, like, you get that these people aren't an ordinary crew.
Mm.
Like, they have this special bond of having become fucking time lost together. Like, Lieutenant Christopher might be from the present. I don't know.
Who?
Not Bryce.
Oh, Bryce's friend. He came back? When did we see him again?
He was on the bridge.
He was on the bridge? I
In
missed
this
it.
episode,
Okay.
yeah.
He
It was
was.
Bryce.
I saw him when Bryce was like, "Oh yes, it's cool on the bridge," and I was like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Yeah, that's Lieutenant Christopher. He was mostly on the bridge in this one. In the next one, Bryce is around. Bryce's actor must have had a commitment or something, because throughout this season they kind of trade off.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah, I remember
That's
that. Like, I forgot till he showed up, but I was like, oh yeah, that guy. And I think he even sticks around for season 5. But yeah, so like,
I don't even remember this character at all.
so yeah, Lieutenant Christopher might be from the 30 whatever century, but like, at the very least, the majority of the bridge crew, like, they're not on your side, Madam President. Like, eesh. Don't try.
Yeah.
They do love mutinying.
They do. It is their favorite pastime. But yeah, I don't know. I just like... That's all. I don't want us to dwell on it too much more, but yeah, I do like the character of the president. I like that they've added the president as a character because we kind of heard about it last year.
Well, that's the thing. She's the new president, so whoever
we
it was...
don't know who that was.
Yeah,
Still
he
in
was...
Canada.
Yeah. Whoever that was, Vance was acting on behalf of. No clue.
Mike, okay, here's my headcanon. There was no
No,
president.
there was
Probably not.
There
That,
was
like,
not.
Vance was actually running the show and just didn't want to let anyone know there was that like, oh shit, we don't actually have a civilian government because we really don't have any fucking civilians because we're just this space station.
Yeah.
That is the Federation.
Like, as far as they knew, the civilian government was intact somewhere, but they didn't actually have communication with them, so they would talk about it, be like, it's a thing that exists.
Yeah, what it was after the whole business with the Emerald Chain War, kind of died down. Like, oh, we should send the Discovery back to Federation headquarters to reestablish, and they go there and it's just like been destroyed like 20 years ago by the Emerald Chain.
Whoops.
And it's like,
they show up. Excuse me, we're looking for the Federation government. Federation government's not here, man.
You know who they need? Commander Starfleet.
Yes.
Commander Starfleet.
That's what they should have done. They had to solve the burn and then find the most recent descendant of Commander Starfleet.
Mm-hmm.
From Star Trek 3, there was the guy who they just called Commander Starfleet.
It wasn't.
I don't remember that at all.
No, it was just his. I think it was Commander, Starfleet.
Yeah, but they said it so
fast. The way they said it sounded like he was saying, yes, I'm Commander Starfleet.
So we have joked that his family founded Starfleet.
Gotcha.
Blah, blah.
Yeah.
Not a lot of in-jokes on this podcast.
That's an old one that
I was
hasn't
gonna say
come
that.
up in
To
a while.
be fair, it might have been an out joke that I just forgot.
There's a lot of memes from that movie. I mean, Captain Fancy Baton.
Yes. Oh.
Getting back to
The
this.
cape. The
the
cape.
The cape was good. Okay, yeah, getting back to this Kobayashi Maru scenario that we put Michael in, because, Michael, I forget if it's ever established if she took the Kobayashi Maru or not. Does it come up in this?
She's aware of it?
She's aware of
Well,
it? Okay, that's fine.
She kind of. It felt like she was talking about it from a personal perspective.
But
in
she's
this
never
episode.
been.
to be.
She never went to the academy.
Oh, good point.
Did she not?
No,
No,
was
she
at the Vulcan
didn't. She
thing.
got her credits transferred.
Oh, right.
She was at the Vulcan Science Director.
So maybe she
But
did.
honestly, like, no-win scenarios, like, Battle of the Binary Stars is your Kobayashi Maru
Yeah.
for her, right?
And she
failed.
failed.
She failed
Yeah.
epically, but, like, yes.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be, and I forget a lot of this season, so I forget if this is actually going to pay off later or not, but they're setting it up that Michael doesn't believe in a no-win scenario. We knew that from last season. And we know that from every instance where she will not give up on a crew member that you have to give up on. Because she did it with Mirror fucking Giorgio. She did it when she should have killed Arium.
Mm-hmm.
And she puts herself in these crisis moments that put the whole crew in danger. And we'll see if, can Michael save everyone? Is the theme of this season, I guess.
Have we actually, have any of our featured captains actually believed in a no-win scenario?
I literally was just thinking,
thinking on it. Like, we know Kirk literally says he doesn't in 2.
Yeah.
And even though he's seen, you think, oh, well, no-win scenario at the end of 2. Nope, because then 3 happens.
yeah,
And,
it should have been a no-win scenario, but
do we actually ever see any of our,
I mean, I don't think...
Cisco, when he winds up in no-win scenarios, literally has gods pop in to help him.
yeah.
so he definitely doesn't believe in no-win
I
scenarios.
feel like, that might be a blind spot of Star Trek generally.
Yeah.
That just, in Star Trek, the heroes do always win in the end. Like, there's never a time when shit just doesn't work out.
Yeah, it's...
I don't know, man. Trip's dead.
Yeah.
I bet Archer believed in
Yeah,
no-win
but see,
scenarios,
in
but that's
that-
because
in-
he probably came before
In that episode, the
Kobayashi
no-win
Maru.
scenario was the audience watching.
Yeah.
On the other hand, the win scenario was no more to ever watch again ever.
That's true.
Until Star Trek Archer.
They're repitching it.
Stop.
No, please no.
Ain't gonna happen.
I
will
hope
be
not.
I mean,
shocked.
honestly, it very well may, but if it does, oh, gross, I'll have to. I was just gonna say, I'm not watching it, but then I remembered what this fucking show is.
But yeah, sorry, we got a little off course. You brought up Kobayashi Maru, or you did for a reason.
That was it.
Okay.
So we talk about this something to keep an eye on going forward. Are there going to be times when we
Yeah.
can accept that something isn't savable?
Yeah.
So actually, okay, I'm going to use that as an opportunity
Yes.
to.
Plug your band.
It's
Well, no, I
way
am
too
gonna- I am
soon
gonna-
to segue to the blogtivity, Jake.
Yeah, I am going to make a plug for a video game that I literally just finished playing last night. Star Trek Resurgence.
Oh,
It is a Telltale style story game. If you're familiar with Telltale
Yeah.
games, and it's set in the post TNG era. So it's probably I think they mentioned it was 16 years after the last Outpost, which probably puts it around Nemesis, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know, but I highly recommend it. The gameplay is kind of shit. I'm not gonna lie, but the story.
You would not realize it came out last year.
Yeah, it's a recent game, but it looks like a PS3 game.
Mm.
So yeah, the graphics, the controls, because it is like a Telltale game, but they tried to put in some like action scenes,
That's a
Oh,
bad
no.
idea.
which is just like the controls are kind of poor. It's kind of buggy. There were points where it almost looked like it's soft locked, where like enemies would just kind of stand around looking around, and it's like, what am I supposed to do? But
You're not shooting me.
I do recommend it
appropriately.
because it's mostly like the gameplay aspects notwithstanding, it's mostly like a choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
But I really recommended it, and one of the key story elements, which I won't spoil here, you do kind of find yourself in no-win scenarios in that game and making choices that like, yeah, something bad's gonna happen regardless. And like, I plan to go back and replay it and make some different choices and see what other outcomes I can get. But like the outcome I got in this is my first playthrough was very, very bittersweet because
It was
like
tragic for one of your characters.
yeah, like it
Wow.
was tragic in some aspects, and like I guess we won, the we saved the galaxy or whatever, but
But at what cost?
We saved the galaxy or whatever.
or whatever. But yeah, so anyway, I really do recommend that game.
I bought it ages ago when it was on sale and still haven't cracked it open.
Well,
so
it's
I really
actually
have to.
the reason I bought it now is because it was on sale now. So if you're listening to this, maybe I don't know when this episode is going to air, but it might still be on sale. So check Steam.
Yeah, I remember when it came out, it reviewed fairly well. I feel like it was kind of like what you said, where it's like, great story, everything else is a little...
Yeah, a little jank.
But I mean, it's nice to see Star Trek trying to dip its toe into the world of, like, larger game releases, because up until now, I think its biggest game pretty much has been Timelines. I'm not sure how big their MMO is.
Yeah, I think
Star Trek Online is
Yeah.
big.
I think that's pretty big.
But yeah, they're they've got that weird zombie game coming out. They've got that Voyager one, which
Oh, man,
looks fascinating.
I can't wait to watch somebody play that zombie game.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe we. I don't know if we have a 10 forward or a
Something.
hollow.
Write a blog post.
Start to see her by hollow novel. I don't know.
Do a let's play on our YouTube.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Anyway, sorry to derail us, but the no-win scenario made me think of the game.
Yeah, it's funny. I was thinking about this too. Like, they have to have abandoned that test at some point, right? Because there's no
Oh,
way you
definitely.
keep the secret.
Yeah, because it only works if people don't go in knowing that it's a no-win scenario.
Yeah, but like the next year would be like it's the Kobayashi Maru.
Well, I think that's probably why, like, by TNG instead of the Kobayashi Maru, they have those
Psych eval.
those war crime psych evals, and you've had like Troy's of course was the episode where she had to do the like.
Thine own self.
Yeah.
How much will you kill Jordy?
And it's kind of the same thing,
As much as necessary.
when the president's reading her the riot act, I was thinking less of the Kobayashi Maru and more of that episode, where it's like, yeah, part of the big thing with Command is someday you might have to lose people.
You might have to kill Geordi.
And sometimes it might be a named character
And
and
it's
not
not
just a guest star.
And like the important thing with the Troy example was that it wasn't just that she lost somebody in the crew.
She had to
She had to order somebody into a situation that she know they would not
yeah,
survive.
which that's worse than the Kobayashi Maru in a way.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, because it's not just like, oh yeah, people got killed, but it's like,
Oh yeah, my friend is dead.
yeah, my friend is dead, and like that I think is the perfect example
Yeah.
of why the president was probably right to question Burnham going on that away mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not see Michael ordering one of her
No.
friends
No.
to their death.
And it was a super dangerous thing, and like if it were the Deanna Troy example from that episode, she'd have ordered somebody else to go on that mission.
It should have been like Detmer,
Yeah.
in theory.
Yeah, and like that, I think was the president's point, and it is a point well taken. Like the captain needs to be on the bridge.
Is it a point well taken? Because I don't know if the show the show tends to side with Michael. So I think we're meant to believe after this that this was Michael's choice and she made the right choice.
I think, yeah, I do agree that that's what they want you to
Like,
think.
should you be questioning the president, or should we be in the first camp of this president is a bitch?
Well, that's a problem.
When two things can be right.
That is
That's
kind
true.
of an issue, I think, in how they presented it in the episode, because they had the president, as I was railing about earlier, because of the way they had the president do it, the president comes off looking shitty. But in the end, she was right.
Yeah, you discount her point because you're left with this first impression in which they're like, shut your mouth when you're on the bridge, bitch.
Yeah, this is not your place to be questioning the captain.
And I think maybe, if anything, maybe that's what they were going for, is like, because it is, I remember the first time watching this being like, what is this fucking asshole's deal? Going in this time, kind of knowing what the deal was, like, oh, I see, they kind of want us to distrust her, but then at the end you realize, like, there was a method to the madness.
Or do you think they're doing this with the president because they've already, like, they've squandered the Badmiral potential of Vance? Like, we know that
He's
Vance
too
is,
nice.
we know that Vance is a good guy.
I love that we saw his family in this episode.
Yeah.
That was very sweet.
Yeah.
So, like, there's no, like, it would be unusual for there to be any real conflict between Burnham and Vance.
Yeah, they're buddies now.
But, like, you still need an authority figure for Burnham to clash with occasionally.
Yeah, it's...
Where's Mom?
Yeah, so that's what I mean. I think it's like, you're kind of there, you're like, I don't know. And then you get to the end, you're like, oh, yeah, I guess you did kind of have a point. So I think we were kind of almost in a way supposed to be in Michael's shoes almost. And by the end, we're maybe supposed to feel kind of conflicted and not entirely sure about all of it.
Yeah, for quite a while I was like, why is this a Kobayashi Maru? Why is this called that? Why is this? Oh, I see. It was the test from the president.
Yeah. And, like, she's not, like, she talks down Nallus that time, which, again, I was so distracted by his name. Because I just kept thinking Lee Nallus.
Yeah,
Yep.
they ran out of names. I mean, for that matter, like, and this is fucking hilarious. So, just for the inside baseball of this episode. So this season 3 wrapped in like January of 2021. In that meantime, Lower Decks, whatever season they were on, comes out, and Star Trek Prodigy's first season comes out, and this and like I think it's like the 5th or 6th episode of Prodigy released on this date. And it's like one of the first time, one of few times when there's 2 Star Treks happening at once in the current era.
Yeah.
Then Prodigy's going to go on their mid-season break right after this.
Yeah.
And then when they come back in January, when this show's going on their mid-season break, the first episode of Prodigy that comes back is Kobayashi.
Jesus, guys.
Whoop.
I wonder if they'd originally intended the 2 to air at the same time to fuck something up. That's funny.
That's also one of my least favorite episodes of Prodigy.
Which one is that?
I've come around to it.
That's the one with all of the weird. I mean, it's mostly because of the sound.
Oh, the poor editing. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
The poor
least favorite
sound
also.
editing.
It's really bad.
But
The editing, again, not necessarily the
But
episode.
yeah, the president, she does have the, she talks down Nallus, and also convinces him, like, she's gonna do this, it's gonna be fine. So, like, there are moments where you're like, all right, so she does seem to get what's going on. She's not completely out of her mind. So yeah, she's an interesting character, and I know, like, she shows up a fair bit for the rest of this season. I don't shows up much in season 5, if at all.
Yeah, I remember really, really liking the fact that she is a, like, half Cardassian, half Bajoran.
And she's a presence.
Half human, so that she is, like, multi-perspectived is the word I'm going to use now. That's not a fucking word.
Multi-perspective.
She has multiple perspectives, which makes her a very good example of someone who can lead a very diverse group of people.
She's also, interestingly enough, we keep mentioning Enterprise. We've got the Archer dry dock, which they act like is impressive.
Yeah, Archer space dock, and Jake and I groaned, and then they played the Archer sting, and Jake and I groaned.
But what's interesting is the president here is, like, actually trying to realize the potential of Travis. Because she's, like, a civilian who grew up as a freighter crew member with her father. And it's like, yes, an outside but kind of linked perspective. It's like, oh, this is,
If anyone remembered Travis while writing this episode, I will shit a brick.
These people keep name dropping Enterprise, so somebody on the crew liked that show. That was my thought, though. I was like, oh, it's Travis, but allowed to have lines.
When you said Travis, I nearly said who.
Honestly, it's because I forgot his surname.
Mayweather.
Yes.
Mayweather.
Poor fucking Travis.
Okay, I something I found to be kind of a little distracting was the rescue the rescue within the rescue, right? So the rescuers go to
Inception.
Yeah, they go to the other ship, and then they get fucked up so that they can't proceed with the rescue because a wave of gravity happens or something. But then Burnham goes and has to rescue them. At first, she tries to go in a worker bee, which then gets smashed by a piece of debris. And apparently worker bee canopies are just made out of glass.
Yeah, like you do.
Well, like everything else is made out of force fields or
Transparent aluminum
or something. But no, this one thing, and really it was just so they could have the effect of a piece of debris smashing the window.
And it looked cool, but it doesn't make sense.
But it made zero sense.
I loved Jake had a bit of headcanon because it's like, how the fuck did her hair suck into that helmet when it appeared? And Jake said, I bet her hair is programmable matter, which would make sense because that way it can form into the helmet.
Yeah. Her hair just turns into her helmet because the helmet just kind of, because she wasn't wearing an EV suit in the worker bee. It wasn't until the glass broke that like her emergency suit materialized on her body, and I'm like, where did that come from? So it's got to be programmable matter, right? Like that's the only explanation.
Everyone in the 30 whatever century is actually bald and wearing wigs, or when you comb your hair. You just kind of comb programmable matter into it, like
hair gel,
like pomade. Or...
Yeah, I wanted to name drop the pomade from that fucking movie.
Fop.
Yeah,
I'm a Dapper Dan.
Dapper Dan. Yeah. Everyone has Dapper Dan programmable matter that they combed into their hair.
Yeah, maybe, right? Like I don't know, because it does raise an interesting question because she's got a lot of hair, and when that helmet is pretty. There's not a lot of room in there.
No.
Yeah, and then literally in the scene when she's back, the hair is back in its perfect coif.
I mean, it would make sense if with the existence of programmable matter, wouldn't it find its way into like beauty and style products or clothing?
Or one of those beards that have like the bells and whistles that are like woven into them.
Yeah. You get up in the morning, you look in the mirror, and your makeup just changes like at the touch of a button, like a character creator in a video game, but it's real life.
Imagine like tattoos that were programmable.
Oh my god!
You just
like that.
Just change them up.
I like it.
Tangentially related, so because there was like such a big gap between the seasons in the past, and I hadn't rewatched the old ones before the new ones, this is the first time I noticed they changed Detmer's prosthetic between seasons.
Yeah, well, it's also been 5 months in World.
Yeah.
Which I think is the first time we've had like a jump in seasons, in World in seasons.
Yeah.
Where it's not just picking up from the second we left off. It's, nope, we've been here for 5 months, Detmer's got a new head dealie, everyone's been promoted.
Oh, save the universe or whatever. Twice.
And which raises my question for me: why is Gray not yet been given a hologram? Because
they're working on it.
Yeah, they're working on it.
But like, they already had the tech.
Yeah, it does seem like it.
Like it already worked.
Like they could have at least had a holo for him while they wait for the body. Even if you have to say the body's going to take a while.
Maybe it was because the Kiev was malfunctioning all over the place.
Yeah,
it needed to be malfunctioning in a very certain way.
They had to figure out how the fucking they went back saying, "Oh, so this happened," and some scientist went, "I'm sorry, fucking what? None of this is possible."
Yeah, but I mean, like now that you know that there's a sense, like okay, it was one thing when Gray was just like someone that Adira was seeing. He'd be like, okay, yeah, Adira's something going on there, but.
They're Trill.
Yeah, the symbionts
Trill weirdness. But now that you know that Gray is an actual sentient being that is trapped effectively in somebody else's imagination.
My God, it would be like taking all the little personalities in being John Malkovich and taking them out.
Oh, I was thinking of
the episode where Quark becomes...
No, I was thinking of the second Callister, where at the end she's just got the crew in her head.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it does seem quite cruel in a way to know that that would be super high priority. If I was Culber, I'd be like,
they're working.
You gotta figure this out.
I mean, being fair, it's very important to Adira and Culber and Gray and the Discovery crew. But everyone else is like, holy shit, we found a fuck ton of lithium and solved the burn, time to rebuild society. I can kind of see how, this random insane doctor from the past going, I need a robot for my ghost, has people going, I'm sorry, you need what for who now?
Yeah, but I feel like you could at least do, a temporary hollow.
Yes,
because that's reasonable.
Get him a little mobile emitter.
Yeah. We're in the future. That's where those things came from.
We're going to get you a body... but you can be a hollow for now. That way, at least people can see you.
Yeah.
And talk to you.
But they wanted to say that for the season.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
it's the needs of the drama versus what would make sense in world.
I just feel so bad for Gray.
They should have made it a short track and put it between the fucking seasons.
But remember, as we said after we watched the second round of short tracks, which were all pretty underwhelming, it's like, maybe it's good they abandoned that format.
I want it anyway.
Yeah, it's fair. Maybe they could have been good again.
Yeah, it has so many moments of potential that you could use for a short track. Because, there are some stories that don't need to be their own episodes.
No.
Or just, newer ideas that don't fit anywhere.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that the short tracks must be exponentially more expensive though, because you've still got to have costuming and set and all that shit, but you only use it for 8 seconds.
Yeah, but I feel like most of the time
they're using pre-existing.
They film on the volume a lot now too.
I noticed that.
You know how we talked about this in The Mandalorian when their sets are literally just a big screen that they put the setting onto.
Oh.
It's like an alternative to green screen.
Well, it's funny, it's an alternative in a way. What we've really done with this thing, and I kind of love it, is we've come full circle back to backdrops. Mm. They're just not quite as flat looking. It's like they found a way to make backdrops look better.
It does get distracting in Strange New Worlds when you start realizing you guys are just in a fucking room.
Yeah, well, and I feel
all the time.
I think it's one of those things where it was new tech 10 years ago, when Mandalorian was starting.
Yeah, and it was impressive in Mandalorian.
Yeah. I mean, until they told me that's what they were doing, I didn't fucking know.
And then, everybody and their brother is like, oh, we got to use the volume. It's so much better for the actors because, they're not just acting in front of a screen.
Yeah, we don't have to transport them to, outdoor sets.
But then they started, using it in place of...
Real sets.
So, you see some of these sets from... I feel like the Disney shows, the Star Trek or Star Wars shows, do it a lot, and Star Trek does too now. But
well, Star Wars, didn't they kind of start it off
Mandalorian.
with that bullshit? No. I don't even mean that. I'm talking about the prequels when they were. I know it wasn't the same tech, but they were the ones that went hard for doing the background shit.
Weirdly, the first I think fully green screen movie was actually something called Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow.
I know, it's so bad.
Oh, I love that movie. It looks
terrible.
Weird, but the movie itself is just a wonderful pulp romp with Jude Law, and
it's basically Tom Paris.
It really is. It's so fun. It's
Bride of Chaotica.
Captain Proton.
Captain Proton.
It's got
Captain
that tone.
Yeah.
We should watch that. I'd watch that.
I haven't seen that in years. I loved it. Yeah. But yes, admittedly,
Jolie in it, right?
That's right. She heads up the fucking It's funny because it's before the MCU was a thing and everyone knew Marvel, but she's got basically a flying aircraft carrier, I think, even, and an eye patch.
I think it's an airship.
Yeah, I think they pretty much just did a Nick Fury with her.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, but yeah, there was that. But yes, then the prequels really ran with it and were much more successful.
Yeah.
Were you making a point before we started?
No, my point was just that actually, I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry.
Speaking of the volume, and I'll jump off of this. We definitely saw it when we were down on Kaminar, and we saw the Kelpian and Ba'ul's kind of little underwater conference room thing.
Yeah.
And I saw Chris will be happy because the Ba'ul are still massive drama queens. They are. Because they get to kind of hover and watch through their big windows, and it's all very dramatic.
They are a delight. We see so little of them, but every time we do, it's you are just the biggest bitches.
I like that Saru is exalted elder or whatever.
Because he is quite literally the oldest Kelpian by one.
It was because they're okay, date of birth. What? Oh, you're the oldest Kelpian ever, man.
But it's also he is a living witness. No pun intended. Well, reference not intended. To their sort of old society and one of the people that helped overturn it. This is a big fucking deal.
He's also one of the probably only ones that, or maybe the only one that has the
spiky spikes. Yeah,
that was a old school thing.
Man, it was fun to see the little grouping. Although again, speaking again of the prequels, having a funny little underwater thing. I was what are we, the fucking Gungans now? What's happening? I mean, I get it. It's for the Ba'ul.
It's always a bigger Ba'ul.
He hasn't deployed his spikes in a long time.
No, it's been a hot minute.
Do we ever see them again?
I genuinely don't remember.
There was a while during the opening scene, the teaser scene with the butterfly people. And I wrote this in my notes. Is this going to be a dream? The tone of this scene is all over the fucking place.
It's so
and then they started playing
weird.
the jingly jangly joke music, and I'm like, this is going to be a dream. Nope, this is real.
I fucking hated that shit.
So yeah, I wanted to bring this up because it's in my notes.
Which shit did you hate specifically?
In the teaser on Butterfly Planet,
Mm-hmm.
when Book and Burnham are running for their lives from the angry butterfly people, they call up to Discovery for help, and for no reason whatsoever, they start playing the do 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 do.
Well, because that is the
That wasn't Tilly's theme or something?
They were talking to Tilly too.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's the Discovery.
It is.
Much.
It's like anytime there's something goofy happening.
And because they were they were being like so like self-awarely hysterical this opening scene, because they're like running and they get to a cliff and Michael's like, why is there always a cliff? And then they call up and Tilly's like, is that a chase? It's a chase. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, it felt like this was the pineapple cake, like, because it's like a mixture of, you know what it was? They're probably trying to get the same energy of the Kelvin film where they're being chased by the world's most adorable threat.
And everyone's flipping all over the place.
You're, I think, kind of conflating the opening of Into Darkness with Beyond. Because, yeah, in 3, he's chased by the little things, but they're chased through, like, the woods with the weird pale people was Into Darkness.
Okay,
so.
well, then...
It's a kind of mixture of the
both,
two,
yeah.
in which it's a chase through the woods, but it's also silly.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, clearly someone went, okay, we have a fucking dark ending, let's open happy, and they overdid the happy.
They do that quite a lot.
Where was Linus, you know?
That's a good question.
It's a good thing he wasn't there, I'll give him that. So, I did want to ask, though, because I do have this in my notes, like, the tone of the whole thing aside, like... I still don't know how I feel about, like, just in isolation as an idea, those aliens.
I did not like those aliens.
Because I'm like...
What, the moth creatures?
Yeah. I was like, my feeling was like, okay, I appreciate them trying something so radically different for Star Trek, but I'm not sure if I think it's stupid.
That's sort of where I came at. I just thought that the butterfly wings made out of butterflies...
And masks.
But here's the thing, like, if you think about how... a butterfly wing works, right?
Yeah.
There's a fulcrum in the middle of the butterfly on its back, and it's pivoting its wings. So if you were to attach a bunch of butterflies and make like a butterfly quilt out of butterflies, those butterfly people, the fulcrum would be on their back. So so now you have this sheet of butterflies.
And butterflies have an exoskeleton,
and all of those butterflies have to be flapping together. But the butterflies that are on the outside are moving way more than the butterflies toward the middle. Like, how did this fucking thing work?
Yeah, it's very
it was
strange.
Magic. It was to look visually impressive, but make no fucking
just thought
sense. Which is Discovery's MO.
It would have been cool if the aliens, when they got angry, like maybe we didn't see this, but they just already should have had butterfly
That's kind
wings
of unfurled.
that just like when. Like Saru, with this thing, the spikes. But when they're angry, they hulk out and turn into butterflies.
And this would have been a great opportunity for more fucking yucks, because Book could have been like, well, Michael, at least I can't fly. And then they have wings. And he's like, oh, damn it. And then, I'm just saying.
Would have been such better way to end that chase scene too, right? Is like they're all cornered. Like they've got the crew cornered, Michael and Book. And then Discovery, like there's just a bright light from the sky and it's Discovery. And they're all like, whoa, and they all just fly off. And then Book's like waltz to a flame.
I guess
I'm Australian now.
Wasn't I trying to do his accent on the way
were.
here, and I sounded Australian? It was real bad.
I gotta admit, when you did his accent a minute ago, you sounded less like Book and more like Malcolm.
Malcolm?
Reed,
yeah.
Oh.
From Enterprise.
Oh, well, that's all right.
With the pineapple cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Speaking
Isn't
of
it
Travis,
pineapple cake on the brain?
Malcolm Travis.
Yeah, and I appreciate they were trying something that is, for Star Trek, very different. But I was
Because
just
of
like,
the design, or
Are they moth? Are they men?
Yeah.
Are they enemies? Are they friends?
oh, I like that.
Thanks.
Although admittedly, before they fused with their butter friends, I was just like, I was getting like really big like Prometheus engineer vibes.
they were very
Yeah,
white.
the only thing I hated about them was the fact that their wings were made out of butterflies.
Yeah, and I did like, again, tone aside, like the idea that they were like, wait, they're having trouble flying? Oh, it's because their not gravity.
It says here it's because they're dumb bitches.
Their poles were off.
Yeah, I wrote down, there's more techno-babble ping pong. I'm
Yeah.
following none of this.
Yeah,
well,
that's-
you see, what happened was the pole shifted 14 degrees over however many hundreds of years, and
300.
because they use their magnetite or whatever the fuck the birds have in them that help them steer, they were being thrown off course because their
is that
shit
why
was.
Adira brought up the birds?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That's
yeah.
it was actually kind of interesting. It was like, so here's
It's
a
too
species.
fast. It's always too fast. for
Here's
me to
a
follow
species that has evolved like over millennia, and they've relied on natural sort of things to navigate. It got thrown off, but because they're now a technological species, rather than sort of adapt naturally, they just came up with a technological solution. But that failed, so it was fucking them.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I caught none of that.
Oh yeah, so
That's interesting. I wish they'd said that in the show.
That's what I mean, there's so many
Well, they
interesting-
did, but I didn't
I know,
catch it
I
because
know.
it was techno-babble ping pong.
Yeah, there's
I
just
know,
so
I'm just
much-
teasing. I'm just teasing.
I will say,
Just making jokes.
I will say, although the techno-babble ping pong did make me groan a little bit. I do like that they're giving Adira something to do
Yeah.
apparently this season.
Yeah, that's
Adira's
nice.
actually doing stuff. I like that.
And I liked Adira and Tilly when they went over to the station that was out
Yeah.
of control.
Yeah.
Doing their thing, being competent. Even their interactions with Nalas, because Nalas. God damn it.
I don't remember how they pronounced
I'm
it.
gonna say Nalas.
I feel like it was Nollis.
Shit. That
But
guy.
I don't know.
Who was also one of our friend from Children of Mars.
Oh, was he?
The same species as that chick.
Oh, I thought you meant the actor had been
No,
in it.
no, the same species.
Yes, I see, yes.
Their dynamic made sense. That
Yeah.
he is someone trying to keep things together, and he knows his shit, but they're in a crisis.
And he's kind of cracking.
Yeah, and it all made it was a good little dynamic moment for everyone to be problem solving.
Yeah, well, even like in Adira, being younger, less experienced, and they're still like a teenager as far as I know. Like being like, but we're here to help. We're the expert. And Tilly's like, just let him. Tilly had to be the adult in the room, which Tilly is not used to.
Now she's got like a mini Tilly.
Yes.
Adira, they're turning into kind of a mini Tilly.
I shall call them Mini Tilly. Far less annoying than first season Tilly, though.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Tilly was fine. I didn't mind Tilly. Other
Yeah.
than like,
They
it
like
wasn't
the-
even her fault, but the intro scene with the goofy music and stuff
Yeah.
was distracting. But I think Tilly
Yeah.
did fine.
I don't know who was doing hair and makeup, but at one point they had colored her eyebrows in way too
I
dark,
noticed that,
and it was
too.
very
I
distracting.
Oh
thought
yeah, right at the
distracting, too.
beginning, I think. When they first showed her, I thought the same thing. I was like, damn.
That, and they were still doing it during the like speech scene too. I was like, oh, who did that?
Well, I mean, to be fair, the style at the time may have been.
well, except it wasn't consistent through the episode, so someone just fucked up.
Oh, okay, well.
Oh, speaking of her friend Nalas, whoever this fucking guy was.
Yeah.
Because earlier it did throw me when the butterfly people knew the no strings attached stuff. I'm like, fine, they were Federation members. Maybe someone had used it before. This guy is saying something like, oh, and I'm told that's an Earth idiom.
Yeah.
And then
Shit show.
Shit show, which I liked. And then he uses the word squiddled, which is his own word.
Yeah, that was
and
nice.
I liked that there was actually like an alien word, and it
Yeah.
was a good word. I
It
like
was.
squiddled.
It's a good.
It is a
because
good one.
And you feel like when you hear what the definition is, you're like, yeah, that is what that would mean.
I'm gonna use that.
It's alien foobar.
Yeah, basically.
I think we're skipping over something that was really bad,
Oh no.
which was the child acting in this
Oh
episode.
god, I hated that kid. I'm
Like,
glad his planet exploded.
seriously, I was like, good. Like, who's... Come on, Ames, you do the research. Whose child
There's
was this?
almost
What
no
Nepo
research
baby
for
was
discovering.
it? Son of a bitch. Because...
He honestly might have just been the Key Grip's kid,
Yeah,
Because
well,
the thing
the
is,
key grip should stick to gripping key and not fucking producing.
the problem is last
Producing
season.
or
Yes.
oh,
Both.
no.
Like that's the thing. The problem is because like they had hired this kid last season. He had like 2 words to say and it was fine. Now the problem is they have to bring him back and he has more lines. It's like, oh.
Also, they were talking a lot about how this is, it's called the Iku Zen ceremony.
Yeah.
And they say that it's now he'll be a man. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
He
he's
is
fucking
6.
I don't
5
know.
or 6.
But I think becoming a man. I think it is more just like a welcome to the tribe.
Yeah.
Welcome to the tribe at 5 or whatever. It seems kind of.
I mean, when you think about...
Indoctrinating.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's what I mean.
It wouldn't be
that's
any
what-
less
that's what
indoctrinating at
people do.
13.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Well, I
Whatever,
think...
that's bar mitzvah age is 13. But
also when you
When
think
did I
about...
get confirmed and regret it?
I mean, when did you get your first communion? Probably about
Yeah.
the same age as
Yeah,
him. So
and
that's
I regret that too.
Well, everybody does.
did you have to deliver lines really poorly during your first communion?
Clever lines, no.
No,
What?
deliver lines that were terrible.
She's making fun of the kid.
I'm making fun of
Oh,
the
the
kid.
kid. No,
You didn't have to say a bunch of prayers and shit.
That's the thing, though, is like when you think about these sort of ceremonies that, because confirmation, bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah, that is meant to be like sort of your segue into adulthood.
Yeah,
because
coming of
when
age.
those ceremonies started, 13, you were expected to now become like,
Yeah, go get married.
yeah, responsible. And it's just now that life is completely different, but the ceremonies still happen at the same time. So, Again, he still seems pretty young for some sort of a... They should have said not like becoming a man. It should have been like officially becoming something.
Acknowledging the ancients, the
Something,
elders,
yeah.
the family. It was more a family thing
Yeah.
than it was a culture thing. Like the whole put your blood in the vial.
Yeah.
And then he asks Book, "Where's yours?" And Book's like, "Shut up! I didn't disavow my family for years."
Actually, I believe what he said was, "Why aren't you wearing yours, Uncle Book?"
Oh yeah, with terrible delivery.
Again, though, the idea of like the fact that apparently like there's just this single massive root system under the whole planet's neat.
That is neat.
It is
That's
cool.
That's almost like the what's the name of the planet in Avatar? Damn
Pandora.
it! It's got, Pandora. Thank you.
Unobtainium.
Yeah, I forgot that was a thing there.
Oh yeah, except that they all connect to them.
With their head tails.
But it's
Yeah.
also part of how they fuck.
Yeah, it's weird.
They do
It's
a lot of
weird.
stuff with those head tails.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't want to do anything to ride a horse that I have to do to fuck. Well, I guess riding crops are fine in both. You know what? Maybe I need to rethink it.
Cute.
Just kidding.
I
I would,
like
I
how
would
that came
never
around.
use a riding crop on a horse. That's horrible. That's abusive.
Well, a horse can't consent.
Well, that's correct. Yes. But yeah, child actor, bad.
Yeah, no, not good.
Yeah.
Everything else in the scene, though, like
Hopefully, we won't have any hallucinations of him at all for the rest of the season. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Don't
I
wanna
hope
see
we're
that
just
actor
done.
again.
done would be great.
Yeah, Kwejian is always very pretty.
Shame it doesn't exist anymore.
It's nice that Book reconnected with it after, having kind of written it off for years.
There
Oh
goes.
no, this means all the transforms are dead!
So I was thinking about that actually.
Except for the one Osiris saved.
No, I was about to say. I think I had this note for the next episode, but fuck it, I'll talk about it now. The Emerald Chain accidentally saved the Transworm
Holy shit.
because
Not,
the
if, they,
whole
not
thing.
if they ate them all.
Well, no, but the thing is, the Transworms were from Kwejian. We know, like, that came up. Like, they were from Kwejian,
Yep.
and they started, using them for food. Book was saving them. He's bringing them to a sanctuary planet, but the sanctuary planet clearly wasn't Kwejian. So all those Transworms he saved
you're
from the
right.
Emerald Chain... The Transworm only isn't extinct because of Osira.
Hooray!
How fucking bonkers is that?
I hate it.
Well, and Book, but...
All those locusts, though. Gonzo.
And those birds.
You know
Well,
what?
the
Nobody is
birds.
ever gonna miss locusts. No offense to locusts.
I mean, the thing is, like, they're, like, when they all die in, like, a day, and they turn into the soil, and they break down, the trees get a pretty damn good boost.
fine. Trees like them.
Circle of life.
And birds eat them, too, and that's also pretty good for the birds.
Good job, birds. All right,
They
fine.
love it.
But they're gross. Swarms and swarms of bugs is just nasty.
Yeah, but yeah, there is the question too of like, is Book the last Kwejian? Because we know that they were a pre-warp culture that Osira fucked with.
That bitch.
So we don't know how many actually decided, let me check out space. Book may have been one of the only ones not on Kwejian when it blew.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
And I don't know if they ever actually answer that.
We'll find out.
Have we ever established if Grudge is actually an Earth cat?
We have not. But
So
She
what
is
if
a queen.
what if she only exists on Kwejian? What if they wiped out all the other Grudges?
Also, I will say I'm really annoyed at this show for teasing us with things we will never get. Because Book mentions at one point, like, if you could actually get a dress uniform for Grudge.
Aww.
It's like, I want to see a dress uniform on
It
Grudge.
would look
She'd
so
hate it.
cute.
I'm going to say this even though it no longer makes sense. I wanted to say it before you said this thing. But you could say that Booker really knows how to hold a grudge. Whatever. Clearly, it was for him. I guess. I don't know. Nobody else. No one else liked it. So
Take him a long time to go home.
Changing gears. I love that Culber is apparently a fucking, like, powerhouse.
Oh my god.
Because there's that scene where poor Nalas, that dick, is dying. Dying dead a lot. And Culber literally picks up, like, a fucking massive piece of debris and, like, throws it in the air.
Listen, Chris told you he got fit for the show.
Like Tilly is trying to pick it up, and she can't even move it at all. And then like Culber just shows up and is like hulks that thing the fuck out of there.
Headcanon is that whatever it was that brought his body back, it turns out he's now stronger than a normal person.
Mushroom strength.
He's part Vulcan. Mushroom strength.
Oh my god, Jake, you didn't mention your favorite new season 4 edition during the intro. The flame spouts are here.
Oh yeah,
I hate the flame spouts.
Yeah, so that's true. For whatever reason,
I remember when this premiered. Like, I think Ames messaged me being like, "Oh my god, what the fuck with these fire things?"
So like on the bridge for some reason there's when they're in a battle, there's just some pipes on the back of the bridge.
Spew fire.
Burping fireballs.
Regularly.
Listen, they just saw Mad Max Fury Road.
my explanation, it's not a good one, but it's the best I can come up with, aside from it's just stupid, is it's how they try to avoid consoles blowing up now. The power is routed into these things.
They just
belch fire.
But the thing is, the consoles were also still exploding,
it doesn't work.
So it doesn't
and
work.
we saw the rocks. Everything was still made of rocks.
I have
book ship is full of rocks.
I have that note too. Oh, good, ships are still made of rocks. Here's the thing, at least now it makes sense. Because you can just say it's the programmable matter has broken off.
And going back to their natural rock state.
Programmable rocks.
Well, because they're always kind of cube-shaped. So it's just, it's just cubes of programmable matter, not rocks.
Because they're Lego, in it?
Yeah. So that actually the rocks retroactively make sense now.
Well, in that case, it should have just been not rocks, but a bunch of cubes.
You just don't look too close to cubes.
If they... But we all saw them very close.
Yeah.
There was a very close shot. Just make them the cubes.
Yeah. Why are starships made of rocks? It makes no sense.
Yeah, we're also going to see so much fucking more of the spouting flame walls.
It's so dumb, I've just so gotten used to it that it was almost like seeing them again. It's like, it's my old friend, the flame spouts.
They're so distracting.
Quite silly.
Once you see them, because I think I didn't really notice until you pointed it out to me, and I was like, oh yeah, look at that.
I think Chris watches this show. So.
I do. We all catch different. Between the four of us, we all fully watch an episode. It's just we all notice different
Everyone
things.
open your eyes every 4 seconds.
I listen to the music and catch a lot of the techno babble. I will say, actually, even though it's a bad show, I actually did kind of like that they wove in a little bit of the Archer music, because that show aside, it is a nice piece of music.
It's a nice piece of music. It's fan wank. Oh. It's very strict fan wank.
Go on, we love fan wank, don't we?
No, very infrequently do I tolerate fan wank like that.
We saw our class of cadets.
Oh yeah.
I remember liking a lot of the new uniforms we see, because we touched on that a while back in a Blocktivity.
Michael's dress uniform is fucking amazing.
I love that.
Everyone else's dress uniform is trash.
Everyone else's.
Well, Vance's is okay.
Vance's was okay, I remember.
But the rest of the crew, these ugly gray things with like the stripe.
Yeah.
You didn't like the stripe.
Yeah, I thought in no scene was the presence of the volume more felt than in that speech scene, because
there were also like 20 cadets.
Well, that's
so
the
it's
thing.
Very empty.
But it was in this. It was supposed to be in this huge room.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you have the 20 cadets. So like they're on a stage probably, and Burnham's on a stage.
No, they're Q-tips that we.
But then they play this sound effect of like a raucous applause.
Yeah.
But and then they cut to the crew of the Discovery, and it's just like five of them standing in a row.
Yeah.
When like it reminded me very much, actually, speaking of Enterprise, of like the scene when they were in the final episode when they were at the signing of the Federation Charter.
Yeah.
Or we don't know if it's the Federation Charter, but the signing of the thing that would lead to the Federation.
Yeah.
and it looked so bad because it was like 2002 or
CG.
2005 CG special effects with a lot of green screen. And whenever they showed the crew, like they were clearly sitting on a set.
Yeah.
Whereas anytime they'd cut to the larger thing, it just looked like shit. But this was the same like crappy low budget TV special effect, and it took me out of it. It looked so bad. I was not pleased.
Fair. What annoyed me too was like when they actually showed the Archer dry dock or space dock or whatever, and he was like looking at it in wonder, and it's like, it's the same fucking model of dry dock we've had since Star Trek 2.
Yeah, but we haven't
It's just a
had
little
one until
bendier. Like, stop acting like it's impressive looking.
Yeah.
Voyager's more impressive looking.
I mean, listen, they built something in space. That's impressive.
Yeah, but not for them.
I don't know.
People take shits in space every day.
And then they eat it.
Like
That's
an
true.
apple.
Doesn't even go for that, but yes.
Well, I'm sure they weren't going for it either, but eventually, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Well, as much as Archer is a monster,
Look at this.
he's not the biggest sci-fi monster. There are others.
Good
Phlox.
segue. Yes, Phlox is definitely on my list. So we are segueing so smoothly as we do into our blogtivity for this week. And because, hey, it's the spooky month, everyone, my favorite, we're going to talk about October Halloween stuff and get into some science fiction monsters.
Monstars.
Which is, I realize, yet another very vague and potentially broad category, so we'll see just what the hell we all
I
said.
feel like we're gonna be able to split this one across a couple episodes if we wanted to. I feel like that's a lot.
I set like personal rules for myself that made
Only
it a
3
lot
Doctor
harder.
Who.
Yeah? What were your rules?
With one exception, I tried to stick to like creatures that are less obviously sapient,
Okay.
because that cuts them down dramatically. The one exception is the original sci-fi monster, the creation of Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah, Frankenstein's monster.
Frankenstein.
Which, admittedly, in the world of Hollywood for the longest time was just a fucking monster, leaving out the fact that in the book he actually learns to speak and becomes quite intelligent, and it's this whole thing.
And
It's a great book.
Can we just get... Yeah, because I know the pedants are going to come at me, because I would call that monster Frankenstein.
Yeah, see, here's the thing, because, well, what's your reasoning?
My reasoning is...
Because that's his surname?
It's his surname.
Yeah, same.
He's the creation
Exactly.
of Dr. Frankenstein.
Exactly.
Frankenstein's... he would have the same name.
And since his shitty dad didn't bother giving him a first name, all you can call him is Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Yes, that's been my thing, too. It's like,
Now-
it would be his name.
Yeah. So, I mean... And if you say... Who are you for? Like, I want to see like the kid that's like, I want to be Frankenstein for Halloween, and the parents go out and buy him like a lab coat, and it's like, okay, kid, you're Dr. Frankenstein.
They give him like a set of like a miniature kid-sized set of tools for digging up corpses.
Having said that, a child like dressed as a scientist holding like a Frankenstein's monster action figure
Or
would
plushie.
be yes.
Plushie.
That would actually be a pretty good costume.
Extra points if like there's like ways to like open up the plushie so you can see like where
The
you put in
brain
the heart and the brain and
yeah.
shit.
That's
That
adorable.
should already be a plushie if it
And
isn't.
it's Frankenstein.
Yes. Bootstraps.
Did you guys hear that they're making a younger Frankenstein show?
I think I've heard
Is
that.
Mel
Yeah.
Brooks involved?
Yeah,
Is he actually involved, or is
I
it just
think-
based on the
Are
idea?
they
I
just
don't know.
weekend at Bernieing Mel Brooks?
Well, I think Mel Brooks has gotten bored because he did the like History of the World Part 2. He's doing Spaceballs 2. I think Mel's just kind of bored and
Are you
doing
doing
shit.
History of the World Part 2? When was this?
It was a miniseries on Hulu. I didn't
I
bother
missed this
watching it
entirely.
because I
I thought
wasn't.
the original film was part 2.
No, the film was part 1.
Oh,
and
was it?
And the joke was
Was
that there
because
was
there
no
was gonna
part
be-
2.
I understand, yeah, but for whatever
But then
reason
they ruined
I
that
thought...
joke by making part 2. But yeah.
I'm excited about Spaceballs, though.
I am
hope
too, but
that's
I
gonna
feel
be
like
good.
And
he's
Rick Moranis
like
is
100
back.
years old.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like probably most of the
And
like.
so is Yogurt.
And if we
True.
want him to make it to 200, we need to keep him busy.
That's a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
point.
and I feel like because I think this was the case with History of the World. Like, I think other people are doing the bulk of the like writing
He's
duties
just
and
kind
all
of
that.
the-
He just-
Yeah, he's got a stamp with his name on it that says, yes, I approve.
Speaking of Yoda or yogurt, does anybody else feel like Sukal went from like...
childlike to adult-like.
Yeah, but not even just adult-like. Like, I feel like he all of a sudden is like very sage and
Well,
wise
he
and
is
being
1,000
like...
years old, right?
I mean, the
Not
thing is-
1,000.
Yeah, but he's like was hanging out with children's programming for 1,000 years until he
Thing
hung
is-
out with Saru for 2 months,
Well, I mean, listen, he's been
5 months.
I feel like I did like that he didn't go like full, his speech patterns hadn't changed completely. They had changed a little, which made sense. But even you think about his appearance last season, like, even though he was childlike in some ways, he realized pretty quickly, like, he'd caused the burn. So, like, there is a certain amount of wisdom there, you know? Like, he has deeper thoughts than maybe his bearing suggested. Because, again, he'd been interacting with programs designed to interact with children. And now that he's been interacting with adults for a while, he's, like, losing that. Hasn't lost it completely, which makes sense. It's only been a few months. So it comes a little out of left field, but isn't completely without, I think, base.
All right. Well, I felt like it was an unlikely shift.
No, that's
at least at that speed.
Yeah, no, that's
after
also
5 months to go from like a 5-year-old baby doing 5-year-old baby stuff to sage old or like puppet wise man.
Mm.
Yeah. I got also, we're out of the blog activity, but fuck it. His scene with Saru was particularly nice, and you can also see that it's because Saru is someone with whom he is like has a very special bond.
Yeah.
So he has kind of a different demeanor
That's
with him.
true.
So maybe there's a little of that in there. But yeah, just a couple extra points because also Doug Jones in that scene is just fucking magical.
Oh, he's great.
He plays lots of monsters.
Hey, there
There
we
we
go.
go. We're back.
It's my fault. I sucked us out, so I had to try to...
literally my second clump of monsters in my list is literally anything Doug Jones plays. And I'm just going to go with, for a tippy top of that fucking list, Pale Man from Pan's Labyrinth.
That's right. I forgot that was him.
Love that thing. It's so weird.
Is that the one that has his eyes in
yeah,
his
the
hands?
eye hand thing.
That's a
See, I
good
haven't
one.
seen Pan's Labyrinth, and I know that I should.
Good. I would check it out.
It's a movie that it's one of those movies I saw and really, really loved, but haven't seen it since and really should.
Yeah, I wonder if it holds up because I remember at the time it wasn't so much of it was just like impressive to look at.
Oh, yeah, visually.
And
And
I forget anything else about it.
I feel like so much of it was practical effects that it probably still looks really fucking good.
Oh yeah.
I still want to see, what is it, the one, The Shape of Water?
Mm.
He's that monster, right?
Yeah.
One of the first genre films to win a fuck ton of awards because normally they only get technical awards.
And the first mainstream monster fucker movie, pretty much.
That too, yeah.
She wants to fuck that fish, and I think she does. But it is Doug Jones under there, so.
I got a monster. This does not fit Chris's requirement because this is definitely sentient.
Oh, this was just a personally imposed one.
But how monstery is
What
it?
was your
It
limit
is
on
quite
Doctor Who,
monstery.
Chris?
None on here.
Really? Sorry, go ahead, Jake.
This is quite monstery. In fact, I would argue that it is one of the most iconic science fiction monsters, and that is the Xenomorph from the Alien franchise.
Are they
She's not a monster. She's just
Yeah, I
misunderstood.
guess they're sentient-y.
See, I actually
They definitely are. They're very
I
smart.
kept them on my list just because I guess for me it's like ones that by and large don't express in a way that's easy to sort of understand as a person, I guess is what I should have said.
Okay, yeah, I could get that. Yeah, that's sort of. I guess I'm kind of following a similar rule because I'm trying to keep people off of my list. But yeah, I would definitely count the alien as being.
Yeah,
sentient,
they're not. I wouldn't count them as people. So
they're not people, but they are very.
They're very
smart.
clever, yeah. But you can see even in nature, there are animals that are clever hunters.
Yeah.
Now they're a whole different level, but still.
And there's the recent Alien Earth show, which mixed bag, I would say, would be my.
lots of good monsters in it, though.
But lots of
really
good
good monsters.
They really expanded the menagerie of alien monsters.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to season 2 if and when that comes out to see what the monsters get up to because there's some really fun ones.
What do you got?
I keep coming back to the Vashta Narada from Doctor Who.
That's a good one.
Well, and I like.
Spell that.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
I'll look it up. I did consider using them because, again, there's no communication from them, so.
Well, and what I like about them, too, is that I am an adult person. I am afraid of the dark. Not, all the time. Not, just in a dark room. But, if I go outside and it's dark and I'm alone, there's an instinctive part, that's part of evolution. I assume it's part of DNA, and it goes way back to my ancestors who had to be, way more afraid of shit in the dark. So as much as I know that there's nothing in the dark, really, that can hurt me that isn't there in the day, I'm still afraid of the dark. And the Vashta Narada are these little, they're like little tiny space anomaly piranha that,
Ooh.
like, if you go into a shadow, they hide themselves and make themselves look like shadows, and then they fucking strip you bare in seconds.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you get skeletonized.
Whoa.
And
They're fucking horrifying.
horrifying. So, like, again, it's just like, it was a particularly good one for me because, like, and again, like, I can admit that I'm afraid of the dark because I know that it's like, I'm not just a pussy. It's like part of, like, genetically, like, I'm supposed to be probably a little bit afraid of the dark. Not like nightlight afraid. Like, just, okay, I am defending myself now. I'm just saying. Okay, fine.
I ain't no pussy!
Yeah, I'm not a pussy.
Who you prank calling me?
I'm not. Who are you calling chicken? But anyway, I liked this because it played on that fear of the dark, and I think he even gets into it too. The doctor talks about how, like, all species are afraid of the dark. It's like a thing that's across the galaxy. Like, everyone is afraid of the dark, and this is why. It's because who? Anyway, so I like them. They're scary, and they lend credence to a thing that's already kind of scary.
I can't believe what a coward Caitlin is.
What a pussy! I know.
So another one. Well, so they're interesting. They're a group, but each one is distinct, but they're all the same species.
New Kids on the Block.
The
Cindy.
Angels.
The Spice Girls.
The Angels from Evangelion. They are these fucking, like, to call them kaiju is to make them seem way more sensible than they are. They're an alien ?
Ooh.
Race, and, like, each one has its own distinct look and method of assault, and a lot of them don't even communicate with you. Some do. There's one that is a shadow that casts an object, not an object that casts a shadow. And if you get caught in it, it, like, fucks with your brain. It's a bizarre fucking show. Those creatures, though, are fascinating and, like, incomprehensible. Like, it's unclear what their motives even are. Again, each one's method of attack is different. Some attack literally, some attack psychologically, some attack in other weird, subtle ways. I think there's one that's a computer virus, but I might be making that up. Like, they're nuts.
And they're the same, so they're like the Zindi in that they came from the same species, or what?
It would spoil the show.
Ah, dang. One of these days I will watch, because that does sound very interesting.
There is an explanation, but I also don't remember if the explanation is in the show or something that was in supplemental materials I've since read online. It's a bizarre fucking show. And even the Ava themselves, and this is, like, revealed in the first episode, it's not a spoiler, are not, despite appearances, giant robots. They're huge creatures under armor plating.
Ah.
Yeah, the show is very much...
Like an armadillo.
Yes! It's very much like a... The show is as much a deconstruction of the giant robot genre as it is, like, one of its highlights.
But I'm glad that you mentioned kaiju, because I want to throw out Godzilla.
Go Godzilla!
Yep.
That's a fun one.
The kaiju.
Yeah, who doesn't love a Godzilla? I mean, for that matter, you can also kind of even say the various dinosaurs from Jurassic Park, as they were...
Yeah.
They are mutants.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking about the raptors.
Yeah, the raptors, I mean, for that matter, like, the most recent movie, Jurassic Park...
where they've got
Jurassic
the, like...
World... like capitalism or whatever it's called, in which they're just fabricating newer and more monstrous dinosaurs. Those things are.
I mean, that's what they've been doing since the Jurassic World franchise began.
Yeah, because people got bored with normal dinosaurs.
Fucking T-Rex again. Boring. This might be a little controversial addition to the list, but I'm gonna throw it out there because they're not really mean.
Well, I don't mean them.
I know, but they are certainly monstrous, and they are abominations.
The Gremlins.
The Guild Navigators.
Ooh, that's
from
interesting.
Doom.
Ooh, that's a good one. I stand by my Gremlins because fuck those things.
I think they count too. Let's throw them on the list.
Because even in, like, even in the world of the books, like, people who meet them do find them unsettling.
Yeah. Another classic literary monster, Cthulhu.
Yay, I'm glad you bring up Cthulhu, because Lovecraft is full of really good monsters.
Yes.
And I even opened up, like, the whole page of Lovecraft monsters. Like, oh yeah, there's, like, fucking dozens of
that's
monsters.
its own, like, whole...
We'll just have Cthulhu as an avatar of the entire canon of Lovecraft.
Yeah. Cthulhu is one of the best monsters, especially in the Lovecraft genre. I'm going to give a shout out to my favorite Lovecraft monster, and that is the fucking unnameable thing from The Unnameable. Because what the actual fuck?
Is that the one with Tillinghast?
No, that's from Beyond. The Unnameable is the one where there's just like unnameable horror, and when you see it, you get attacked, and it's like, what the fuck even attack does?
I just imagine it was like a big dog.
Could you have beaten it if you just like said, "Oh, that was Tim"?
Yeah, if you give it a name.
Like if you named it, would it be over?
It
Like,
just turns into an accountant.
That's in the unnameable.
oh, there's Paul.
Oh, I think this monster definitely came out of someone reading too much Lovecraft, and that's the Demogorgon from A Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, they're creepy.
Well,
Those things
isn't
are
that,
great.
Well, I mean, so that's the thing is because the Demogorgon is a Dungeons and Dragons monster.
Yeah.
Which is
Well, they call the monster that.
Yeah, but like I feel like
The Tim. Give it a name.
Yes, a lot of the monsters, a lot of the ideas from that show, from the Upside Down, are all kind of ideas.
That's my understanding.
Yeah, I'm not a D&D guy, so I don't really know, but that's my understanding.
But again, it's very likely that I can't think of his name. Gary Gygax, right? He's the.
I don't know. I don't know.
He's the guy that created Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay. I only know because he was in an episode of Futurama as himself. But yeah, he probably read a lot of Lovecraft, I would imagine.
Yeah, a lot of inspiration there. Here's one.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint. Surewater.
Oh,
Edgar from Men in Black.
Yeah.
He's a creep.
Egger. Not Egger, but
Edgar.
the creature in the Egger suit.
Yes. Yeah, do they ever give it a species name? I don't remember.
They may have.
Are they just called roaches?
Yeah, he's just a giant
Well, that's
cockroach
definitely
monster.
what they're calling him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that reminds me, because, something in a vaguely human-shaped
Oogie
suit.
Boogie.
Oogie Boogie! That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, fucking anything from Nightmare Before Christmas is a great monster.
Oh, they're all so
Speaking
good.
of
Especially
bugs,
Santa Claus.
Bro,
I
to be
know,
honest,
what a dick.
even he is fucking
He's
creepy.
an
They
asshole.
all look creepy.
Oh, it's Tim Burton.
I know, fuck that guy. But yeah, Oogie Boogie. Now, guys, I'm terrified of bugs. Like, I'm not trying to say that I'm a big pussy, but I'm terrified. But really, as a kid, though, when they unravel Oogie Boogie at the end, dude, I was fucking
Like, I liked him better in the
out.
suit!
I mean,
as a kid, too, I think that was, like, probably one of my first experiences with a concept of, like, a creature like that's actually some sort of, like, consciousness
some
of,
kind
like...
of Bem? Some kind of Bem
Yeah,
creature?
and it's like, so that probably blew my tiny mind.
My bags! Ugh. Don't like it.
From the world of video games, they were human once, but their brains are rotted. I'm gonna say the splicers of BioShock.
Oh my god, they're fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
And, like, they're another one where it's, like, based in, like, I mean, a little bit of a reality, which is to say that, like, drugs are a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's really about. They're drug addicted, and the addiction is what's morphed them into, like...
Well, and the drugs give them superpowers, which makes them dangerous.
Yeah.
I have some good video game monsters.
Oh, there's so many.
Because video games are a great place for monsters, because then you get to fight them.
Mm.
Especially in Doom, where everything is a fucking monster.
Oh my god, yeah.
There's some really good ones in Doom. I remember the
You're talking like
Archviles are
original
my favorite.
Doom?
Yeah, original Doom. Like
the
the
big
fucking
pink monsters and
Cacto demons are great. I love those
Are
things.
those the big floating eyes?
Yeah, the big red things that shoot fireballs. Yeah,
Yeah,
with one, that have one little eye.
One eye.
Yeah, those things are cool.
Oh yeah, I guess they have a big mouth and a little eye.
Big mouth,
Yeah,
little
yeah.
eye. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's another one that's brown and has one big eye.
Yeah, I know that.
I don't remember the name of it though, but yeah, there's some really fun
Doom
ones.
has some fun monsters.
Does.
I got one.
Is it a video game one?
It's not a video game one.
What? On the video game.
I'm sure he's been in a video game, but he's a sailor. He's
Popeye?
in New York.
Popeye the Sailor
We get
Man?
this guy laid, we won't have any problem. I'm talking about Stay Puffed.
Oh! Oh, he's a good one.
That's cool. Getting back to the video game, so they do have some more because Jesus God gives you nightmares. Fucking Pyramid Head from Silent Hill 2 was
Oh,
a
that
mess.
weird
I've never watched like I know I cannot play a Silent Hill game because it'll terrify me, but I haven't even watched it because I've seen like little pieces and I'm like, nope, no,
Yep,
no.
yep. My old roommate in college was playing Silent Hill. Must have been 2 because I guess that's what Pyramid Head is introduced, and it is fucking horrifying.
I also knew people in college who were playing it when it was first coming out.
I feel
and
like
they were
Lex was a big fan, right?
obsessed. Yeah, love that game.
The internet really some weird fucks on the internet, as she says, sort of tongue in cheek because
Are you the
I
weird
would
fuck on
fuck
the
a
internet?
zombie. No, this isn't me. But there are some weird fucks on the internet who like would fuck the shit out of Pyramid Head, and I'm just like, that's
Oh, no.
wild.
Oh,
People will
no.
fuck anything. It's
Gross.
crazy.
Okay, getting back to this.
Well, he's kind of buff, isn't he?
Jake, What are those fucking corpse things in that Legend of Zelda game that I hate so much called?
Oh, the Gibdos?
I think that's right, Gibdos.
Yeah, all the
those
ones that
things,
scream at you.
They scream at you, they hug and fuck your
well,
head.
hang on. So there's the Gibdos are the ones that are like a mummy, right? There's ones that are wrapped in like mummy cloth.
Right.
I beg your pardon. Did
And
you
then-
say that they fuck your head?
Yeah, they jump on you and start humping you, and you can't.
And it makes a horrible noise that I don't
Yeah,
like.
because what happens is when you get so there's Gibdos, which I think are the mummy ones, and then there's these other ones which I can't remember what they're called. That they look like a piece of leather,
Ooh.
like a piece of beef jerky.
Mm.
They're both like
Kinda
corpses.
hungry.
They're both like
Nah.
they're both,
The re-deads are the other ones.
which ones?
The ones that aren't mummies.
Okay, yeah. So,
They're the ones that scream and jump at you.
Oh.
Although I think
Oh
in
my
some of
God.
the games...
but they both scream and jump
Can I
at
see
you
it?
though.
Well, I think what it is in some of the games,
Yeah.
if you burn the mummy wrappings off of a Gibdos, there's a re-dead underneath, I
Oh.
think.
Damn, I think I got Nemesis mouth.
Either
Big
way,
time.
they're fucking horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in
They're a fucking
Ocarina
nightmare.
of Time.
That's when
and-
they're at their worst.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. If you get close to them, they look at you and scream, and you get paralyzed in
Yep.
fear, and
Yeah, I
then
bet.
they walk towards you while you can't move. And if they get close enough, they hug you
Yeah.
and hump you and steal your health.
Yeah, there's
They're
a lot of
horrible.
good ones in
Why
Zelda.
do they be humping?
That's just what they looks like.
Mm.
It's a Japanese game, you know. Okay.
You just mentioned your boy, though.
My boy.
The ghoul.
Oh, Nemesis?
Oh, I meant Nemesis, but
Well, I'm not afraid of the Nemesis.
The what?
but it's just a monster.
Yeah, no, it's true.
What
Well,
is it?
so Resident Evil, I am actually terrified of zombies. I'm just laying it all out today. When I was like 10 years old, Resident Evil came out, and I watched my uncle play it, and I was too young, too old for the training, too young for Resident Evil, and this began a series of nightmares about zombies that has never stopped. Like, I still have nightmares about zombies, but nowadays I'm a badass that fucks them up. But back in the day, I think I actually was a badass that fucked them up then too, but they were scary. And one of the scariest big bads from Resident Evil is, well, Barry. But aside from Barry, you were almost a Jill sandwich. Aside from Barry, there's this big fucking bioweapon thing called the Tyrant. He's wicked tall, he's naked, they've removed his dick, his heart is a big fucking thing that's pulsing out of his chest,
Ooh.
and he's got this fucking 4-foot long clawed hand. And they're just, like, one of the things you see him do is, like, just run somebody through with that thing and, like, throw it with this claw hand, because he's just huge. And so, this, like I said, this started my fear of zombies forever. They also, as Chris mentioned, have the Nemesis, which is that same kind of guy, except, like, dressed like a gimp and chasing you around. Gimp in the BDSM sense. And, the relentless pursuit of the Nemesis is pretty horrifying, too.
Nice.
But they're
Right.
just creepy as fuck. And the other thing too is, like, for whatever reason, whenever they have like a human style bioweapon thing, they like remove their lips.
Mhm.
So you just see just this rictus
Ooh.
grin the whole time, this big
Ooh.
fucking teeth energy. And it is unpleasant. And that's what those little zombies made me think of, because they got that
Yeah, the same.
toothy shit going on, which I don't like.
I have 2 more video games I want to bring up. And that there's plenty of good beasties in Last of Us.
The mushroom
Last of Us.
zombies.
Yeah, those things just turn into like fucking horrors.
They are very upsetting to
And
look at.
they're icky to look at because
Yeah.
they're
Wasn't
just
Resident Evil
gross.
4 mushroom zombies? Or they're plant zombies?
You know that series better than I do.
Yeah, I kind of stopped at 4, though. I skipped it because it's different. I've only seen a little bit of Last of Us, but yes, I have seen some fucking creepy mushroom zombies.
Yeah, some fucking shit goes down with those things.
Are
And the
this
last
from
one
the
is
show or the film?
Both.
video game.
There's no film.
There's a TV
Or
show.
that's what I meant. Show or game is what I meant. Did I say show or or?
You said show or film.
Yeah, I meant show or game.
Okay.
Sorry.
And the last one, and this is minor spoilery, but I want to bring it up just because I think they're a really nice design for something like this. And they start off as a monster, and then you kind of learn that, oh no, maybe they're just misunderstood. And that's the Owlks from Outer Wilds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't
Don't
know
spoil
them.
them.
I'm not going to spoil, but the one thing I'll say is I love their design because, as you know, they are Owlks. They're like half owl,
How
half
do you spell
elk.
it? OWLK.
Yeah,
I want to see what this looks like.
look at them. They're so
Uh,
cool.
Doing it.
They're but yeah.
Oh.
I actually specifically did not include them just because their existence is kind of a spoiler in my opinion.
Well, they're in the expansion pack.
Yeah.
Wow, they're neat.
If we're
The internet wants to fuck these guys, I bet. Put money on it.
related to, I didn't think of these till right now because we're talking video games, but the BTs from Death Stranding, which are these weird. Most of the ones you see are tar-like humanoid ghost-shaped things, but they can also appear as gargantuan crabs or flying whales that shoot lasers.
As one does.
Or all sorts of insane monsters. Truly fascinating. Even more annoying to avoid in the sequel. Deeply creepy.
And those big whales were made especially for Chris, because Chris does not like a whale. I mean, he doesn't dislike a whale, he's just terrified of a whale.
I find them creepy.
Yeah.
I got a handful that I want to throw out there from the video game category. Since I assume we're still on that.
We're bouncing now. We're bouncing around.
Well, video game. Since we mentioned Ocarina of Time, I wanted to mention the Dead Hands from Ocarina of Time.
Fuck those things.
So this was a mini boss that you walk into a room and there's all these hands sticking out of the dirt in a circle. And then this monster with a big smiling grin appears. And if you get too close to the hands, they grab you, hold you in place.
Oh yeah, that thing.
And then
my god,
and then the monster comes over and starts biting you. Yeah. It's terrible.
With its humongous teeth. Another one with just big fucking teeth. I know you know what it looks like.
Ocarina of Time
it's got some
is so much fucking nightmare
shit.
fuel.
I also want to give out, going back to Howard the Duck, pedophile Jeffrey Jones's character turns into this horrible space monster bug.
That's
thing.
appropriate.
Yeah.
Space, what, Howard the Duck?
Howard the Duck.
Monster.
Howard the Duck monster. It's really, it was one of the early like sci-fi monsters that scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Caitlin's face.
That's a fucking horrifying space gina crab.
Yeah, he's rough.
What the fuck?
That movie is fucked up.
It's pretty good though for the 80s. I feel like it looks quite
the special
good.
effects and
Are you familiar with it?
Never seen the movie, so no, that is horrible.
It looks good
It
though
does,
for the
it does.
time, you know?
All right.
But it does look like a space gina crab.
Audrey 2.
Oh, that's clever.
Oh, I meant to put that on my list and
from
completely
Little Shop.
forgot.
Shop of
Yes,
Horrors.
that's a great one.
And that's definitely sci-fi because that's a mean green mother from
Outer
outer
Space.
space. But like, here's the thing: is she really a villain?
She doesn't have to be a villain.
Or a monster. I mean,
Yes.
she's just doing her thing. She's just eating.
Mm,
The real monster is Dr. Frankenstein,
that's true.
but is
No, it's that-
Seymour like shoveling dead people into her. Like that's
And that dentist. Fuck that guy.
Yes.
you'll be a dentist.
The dentist is the true monster.
That's like I love that song. I think it's so fucking good.
I think a lot of the songs in that movie are bangers.
It's true.
Monsters, Jake.
Monstars.
Oh yes,
Predator.
the Monstars.
Yes, the
From
Monstars.
Space Jam. Jesus Christ.
No, the Predator.
Yay!
From the Predator.
Mm-hmm.
The Sentinels from The Matrix.
Or I thought you were gonna say the X-Men.
I didn't think of them. That's a good pun.
Those are the
What are the Sentinels?
the squid things that attack the ship and
The real world.
In which movie?
in The Matrix.
I've only seen The Matrix once.
Well,
It was under duress.
Well, there's robot squids that attack the ship.
Squidlies. Yeah.
What are the robot squids in Mass Effect? Are they also Sentinels?
No, they're the Reapers.
Reapers.
And then I got 2 Star Wars monsters.
Ooh,
I want to
nice.
shout out the Rancor
Love the
That
Rancor.
was on my list, too.
and the Sarlacc.
Also
pit.
The
good.
Rancor is
Oh.
the one that's under Jabba's palace.
Yes.
And the Sarlacc pit is the one that you get thrown out of.
Yes.
Thrown into from Jabba's palace or
Yes.
whatever.
And actually, so yeah, the not the Reapers themselves, because again, I think of them as a little too conscious, but the creations, like Reapers kill you and then use your corpse to make horrible monsters that attack the survivor. So it's like you're not just getting attacked by monsters; they're monsters that are like they're intentionally making them out of you, so that it's this extra horrifying element of like that used to be my friend.
So
kind
it's like
of thing.
Cybermen, but instead of using their brain, you use their skin.
Kind of, yeah.
Gross.
Some really fascinating, horrible things. Oh,
Remember when Doctor Who made that Cybermen cry?
yes.
Motherfucker.
Did he then rust?
No, the Doctor put it down for its own, happiness.
Good.
Not for
The
as a mercy
Cybermen are
kill.
pretty horrifying too.
They're an
Anything-
existential.
This is a horrifying
Anything that's going to
concept.
assimilate you is not good.
No,
Like
no.
just in general. Like I could do without any of that. And I
No,
know we
the-
can't talk about the Borg, but
The Daleks had the decency to just fucking kill you. The Cybermen are much more scary to me.
yeah, no, stripping out your parts and making you into a fucking tin can
Robot.
monster with a brain. It's no good.
No.
And actually, but similarly to the Borg, though, do you become a hive mind or do you retain? I mean, like obviously that one person retained.
They have individuality.
Oh, I hate it.
That's why there's
so much worse.
Cyber leaders and things like that.
Oh boy, cyber leaders with their big stupid heads.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what else turned you into one of them are various vampires, and specifically, I'm going to say the sire from What We Do in the Shadows.
Doug Jones.
No, he's
the
Baron.
That's right. Yes, you're right.
The sire is the dog thing.
Yeah, the mutated.
I want to give him scritches.
I know he's a very fun monster.
He's a good boy.
A few more just to throw in the pile. The arachnids from Starship Troopers.
Oh yeah.
Wait, speaking of monsters I'd like to pet, how about the dogs from Ghostbusters?
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
Oh buddy.
Dogs from
They're
Ghostbusters.
so good. I don't remember what they're called.
It's Vince Clartho and Zool.
Yeah.
Yay! Yeah. We haven't brought up the Fly yet. Jeff Goldblum is a monster.
I didn't think of that. Yeah.
Because that's just
is he a monster?
Fun.
Yeah, oh yeah, by the end.
He mutates into a fucking
monster.
monster.
I knew he mutated into a fly, but I guess, like, to some extent, for me, to be a monster, you have to ascribe some kind of evil.
I don't think monsters have to be evil.
Yeah, no.
I know. I think you're right.
They usually are in fiction, but...
Yeah. Maybe they're just misunderstood.
Yeah, because I was this close to bringing up all the various monsters in Our Real Monsters.
Ickis! I loved Ickis. And Oblina.
So much fun.
I love what Crumb's dad, who he doesn't have an eye patch, but he lost one of his eyes, so he wears a black glove on the hand that's not holding an eye.
I forgot about that. That's great. I always forget that Tim Curry is in that until I remember, and then I'm like, great.
The Grumble, right?
The Grumble. No.
Or was that his little sidekick disciplinarian? I think he was the Grumble.
I think he's the Grumble.
Okay, while you're doing that, I have two types of sandworm monsters for you.
Oh yeah,
the
ones from Beetlejuice and the ones from Dune.
Oh, yeah.
And I've not seen it, but the ones from Tremors.
I've not seen it.
There's
so
basically
same. Yeah, it's a
more sandworms.
Famous cult film. It's supposed to be quite good. I should watch it someday. But yeah, giant sandworms attack like a town in Arizona. And yes, he's the Grumble.
I didn't even put this on my list, but since you mentioned Real Monsters, I feel necessary to mention Mike Wazowski and
the Monsters and Crowd.
You're right. Those are definitely not evil monsters. Okay, if we're going to mention them, I have to mention Roz. Roz? What's her name?
From
Monsters Inc.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Wazowski.
Okay, speaking of monsters that we actually like, what was Howie Mandel's character in that movie?
Oh God, what was his? Oh, his name was Maurice.
What's that movie called?
What was the movie?
It was called Little Monsters.
Yeah.
Little Monsters.
I've never seen that one.
I haven't either.
With
Howie Mandel.
Howie Mandel, yes, starring Howie Mandel, famously playing Maurice.
Well, isn't that what? Yeah.
This kind of breaks my self-imposed rule, but fuck it, it's my rule. I can break it. Would that make Drop Dead Fred a monster?
Drop Dead Fred is an imaginary friend.
But he seems to actually, because he transfers to someone else at the end. Like he seems the same film. Yeah, it's a movie called Drop Dead Fred. It's about a woman who has an imaginary friend, and like her parents think he's a bad influence, so she has to like go to therapy, like way too young.
But she's like an adult, and she's gets.
Yeah, but he literally gets trapped in a box, and she opens it as an adult, and she becomes, of course, like stiff and boring, and he brings fun back into her life. And
but he's also mischievous.
Yeah, he's a bit of a bastard. But again, he does seem to be
that movie exists.
a thing. Because again, he gets trapped in a box, and at the end is transferred to a new child, so he seems to be an entity.
I haven't seen either of these films,
and
I would like to.
He might be like a mind virus sort of.
Well, and he's mischievous. Maybe he's like a puck.
Kind of, yeah. I remember liking it as a child, but it's also a kind of a child's movie. I don't know if it holds up.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Oh god, there's so much.
There's definitely.
For me,
this is why I had my self-imposed rule.
No, but I mean, like, for me personally,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Like, anything really bad.
They don't have to be bad. They can just be clever monsters, too.
I forgot that was Phoebe Cates in that movie.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
It was who?
Phoebe Cates. She was also in Gremlins. She was the girlfriend in Gremlins.
Never have seen Gremlins.
She's like an 80s huttie.
All right.
She was in Fast Times too.
She's not the one that got her tets out, is she?
I don't remember.
You would remember.
Oh yeah.
The real monster was the 80s.
Real monster was the.
This is going on very long.
Yeah.
Monsters are great. I love them.
Yeah, these are all the monsters I can
Especially
think of. Sorry if we missed your favorite monster.
Well,
the ghoul.
Oh, well.
Clearly, the real monsters are us for making you listen to this bullshit.
Oh wait, we gotta list our.
Yeah, what are your favorite monsters?
Oh, I was trying to do an outro.
I know,
No.
but we.
I don't have a favorite monster. I love all monsters equal.
They have to go in the blog somehow, Jake.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with Frankenstein's little buddy.
Igor?
Aw.
He's great. The Angels and the Splicers.
Oh, yes.
You're gonna need to send me pictures of all of these. Well, I can find Frankenstein, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem is there's multiple kinds of Splicer and Angel. I will find you good ones of each.
How about you, Caitlin?
Don't you dare steal one of mine.
Oh, God.
Oh, Caitlin?
I feel like I have to agree with you about Oogie Boogie. What
Oogie
a
Boogie's
fucking
good.
creepy son of a bitch. I think I'm gonna stick with the Vashta Narada because they're creepy.
Good one.
And I think I'm gonna agree with Chris on the Splicers.
Nice. Very
They're
cool.
fucking creepy.
I'm gonna go with.
Oh, so now I'm not gonna be able to take what Jake picked. Because he's going first.
Yep. The Xenomorph.
Yes!
The Rancor.
Yay! Oh, you like your big monsters, huh?
I do like big scary monsters. In fact, of those, the biggest. Stay Puft.
Oh, I think we're going to go with Godzilla.
No.
Stay Puft is a good one.
I like him.
Because he's also such an interesting idea of, what? I was thinking of something harmless. Now it's fucking 50 feet tall now.
Yeah. And yes, he is in a video game. He's like the tutorial boss in the PS3 game.
Wow, no respect, huh?
Alright, I got some favorite monsters. I like dipping... Y'all know whenever you read the blog, I always have at least something from a book on here. And we're going to go with various Lovecraftian monsters. I'll probably find a screen grab of Cthulhu because there really isn't a fucking picture of the unnameable thing. But give that a read because it is a good story. I like that. I also, because, we're a Star Trek podcast and we love our Doug Jones. And I'm just going to I gotta include Pale Man from Pan's Labyrinth. He was also great as the Faun.
Oh, I forgot he.
Because it's like, hey, we already have Doug Jones. Put a different thing of makeup on him. Let him be a different thing. Fucking weirdos. And I need one more. And I think what I'm gonna do, it's gonna be
May.
Either the fucking monsters from Doom or Pyramid Head. Which do you guys like better?
Pyramid Head, you have the one all set.
Yeah, that's a good monster. But I'm more familiar with Doom.
Follow your heart.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with various monsters from Doom. Probably gonna be a picture of an Archvile because they're my favorite.
Oh wow, this is actually that is someone's cosplay. It's fucking
That's
good,
great.
right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll send this to Ames, and I'm like, oh, that's people. That's a real person.
Yes.
That's really good. That's possibly the best cosplay I've seen of this particular concept.
Well, you can see that cosplay and many more cosplays if you tune into us next week on a Cosplay to Cosplay By, a cosplay podcast hosted by us. You can find us on the internet at SoundCloud. Search for SSHB Podcast. You can also find us on Tumblr, SSHB Podcast, or SSHBpodcast.com. On the Blue Sky, SSHB Podcast. You're getting the point. On Facebook, just search for us. We're there. You can find us, follow us, get all the deets, all the latest. You can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Spotify, and wherever fine podcasts are podcasted. Next week, we will be talking about more Star Trek Discovery in Season 4, Episode 2, Anomalie. Sounds French.
Love that movie.
And, yeah. Until then, my name has been Jake.
This has been Chris.
This has been Ames.
This is always Caitlin.
And the real monsters were the
Friends we made along the way.
But I do like the idea now that the biggest challenge to having the spore drives is the lack of a pilot. But now we have 2 pilots potentially, and potentially many more on Kwejian.
I'm gonna cut this, but do you remember how Season 4 starts?
No.
I don't.
Kwejian gets blowed up.
Oh my god! Oh, I did forget that.
I wasn't sure.
I totally forgot.
I wasn't sure if you were purposely saying that because of
Does everybody die?
I mean, every Kwejiani that is
Everybody
on
who's on the planet.
So okay. So
and the impression is
you can put this in a
yes.
conversation next week's episode.
Yeah, exactly.